Thank you for watching this video. Today we will be doing technical analysis on the S&P 500 for Monday, December 28th, 2020. And for this analysis, we will be using stockcharts.com. That is the charting service that I use and pay for, and I will leave a link to their site in the description box below this video. My name is Rodney Constable. I am a former financial advisor, a former vice president of a major mutual fund company, and I am the president and founder of Simple Market Signals at simplemarketsignals.com. The S&P 500 was up 87 basis points today, and we closed at 3735.36. The first chart that we're going to look at is a 2-day, 2-minute candlestick chart of the S&P 500. So each candlestick does represent 2 minutes of trading on this chart. The reason I went with this particular chart is so that you could see the gap up at today's opening, and you could see that a large percentage of today's gains were right there, right at the opening trade of today's session. And then we had a pretty nice session all day long, just kind of slowly melted up, sold off just a little bit towards the close, but nothing unusual at all. So a pretty bullish day for today, again up 87 basis points and closing at 3735.36 on the S&P 500. The next chart that we're going to look at is a 1-year daily candlestick chart of the S&P 500. So on this chart, every candlestick represents 1 day of trading. And with today's close at 3735.36, this is a new all-time daily closing high on the S&P 500. And we are now trading about 16% above the 200-day moving average on the S&P 500. It's just good to know that, guys, because if we pull back to the 200-day moving average, which is really a fairly common occurrence most years, not every year, but most years, if we were to pull back to the 200-day moving average over the next, say, month or two, that would almost put us in a bear market, right? A bear market, of course, is anything that's 20% or more off of its all-time high. So it's just good to know where we're trading above that long-term moving average so that if we were to pull back to that 200, you would know what your downside was to that 200-day moving average. So that's why I like to know that. So another great day in the markets, and these markets have just been unbelievably resilient in the face of so many things that we've dealt with during calendar year 2020. But that does not mean that there's no risk in these markets. It doesn't mean that we shouldn't have a stock market risk management system in place. So if you haven't taken a look at Simple Market Signals up to this point, guys, I would encourage you to take a serious look at my stock market risk management and trend direction system. It's called Simple Market Signals, and I'll tee up just a little bit of information about that at this time. Do you know the level of risk in the stock market on an ongoing basis? Simple Market Signals, it's like having risk radar for the U.S. stock market. Simple Market Signals is less than $20 per month. Simple Market Signals is for financial professionals and individual investors. What is it costing you to not have this information? To get started, go to simplemarketsignals.com.